Cisco.
You were waking up in the 60s?
Yeah, I was part of the explosion of higher consciousness through LSD.
Like Krishnamurti and that sort of thing, or no?
They came after that, but that was a prophecy that had to happen in the world when the you might say the most intelligent people realize that the system and the materialism and capitalism was an illusion.
Yeah.
So some of them were children of millionaires, and they would say, buy papa, buy mama, and buy university, and buy money, and they began to actually practice what they preach.
Higher consciousness.
To start going into the level of simplicity and humility and higher reality, but it was a hard price to pay. It was not that easy. Even with me now, I have to lower yet myself in a lot of ways in order to survive. Because, you know,
I do know.
A lot of people stealing here and everywhere treat you like you're a piece of shit. You know, they don't really,
everywhere.
They don't really see how much it has been for us to actually go through so much. But now I'm proud of it because I want to be 70 years old in July. I'm proud. Oh yeah, I do Tai Chi, I do Hatha Yoga, I do Prana Yoga, I do mudras in order to keep healthy.
Yeah.
Early in the morning I go swimming wherever I can, and I sleep outside. I am begging. In other words, wow, you guys look very much. Are you a freelancer or this is? Doesn't matter to me. Hundreds of pictures. In fact, I do things like this at my age. I show this just to show my attention. I haven't lost it. This is very easy here.
Yes.
Here is very easy. Om Mani Padme Om Namaste Om Darsu Kochuni Manda Katira Shalom Love Eterno. Oh, I can stay like this indefinitely because I can. Wow. I put my mind and my body, and this is easy. But I have done this in bridges. I have done this in high rocks. That if I ever fall, I'm dead. But that's the beauty of the risk you have to take. And there's a lot of pictures, you know. And I have a conception in me that I will never fall over. Because the position of your body, it would take maybe a push, yeah. Or maybe a very strong wind, you know. But other than that, only, and then you have the control here in your wrists, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I do a lot of things like this. I do this, for instance. I'm rusty right now.
Yeah.
Woo! Why not? Well, you guys are really welcome, you know, because to me it's publicity.
Yes.
Without having to fucking do anything about it, you know. And just your smile, your laughing, all this, it fits my soul.
What do you think about this 2012 change of consciousness that is happening, that the Maya proceeded to say, you know?
That's something that we are still kind of waiting because nobody knows for sure what could develop. Personally, I can feel it.
Yeah,
I can feel that for me, being 70 years old, the 7th decade, I will experience some kind of very terminal transition in which I will either stay in the planet physically or fly out. And to me, it doesn't make any difference.
Wow.
You know, I arrive at that thing, but what's the difference, man? Because you are living in the present. It doesn't matter, but the future doesn't matter anything. You are constantly in a state of eternity. And that's, I feel good about it, man. I mean, really.
I know.
Wow.
No, you're speaking to me. This is what I've been studying. I read, yeah.
What do you mean studying in which?
Well, I started studying the Buddha, and then reading Eckhart Tolle, Live in the Moment. He's a West German philosopher. Reading Krishnamurti, I Am.
Yes.
Who am I? 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 Until the ego falls away, and the self. There is no self, and then you're left with just your spirit, your soul.
Absolutely.
That's very and now beautiful. I'm meeting you. What is your name?
I'm Lou for sure.
Lou. I'm Tobin.
Lou is my universal name, L-U. You know,
L.U.
I have a lot of other names, We read Krishnamurti.
Yep.
Oh, he is one of the greatest. Krishnamurti actually could have been elected as a world leader.
Yep.
But he says, no, it's not my time yet, you know. I met a young fellow who saw him in Switzerland. He was in the beautiful area where he was speaking, and the way, that personality, I mean, you know, just to, yeah, of course. And then, oh yeah, I'm proud to be part of this humanity with those great people. And what you're doing, I think, is excellent. I met another guy who was taking the same. He says, you know, anything, anybody that I see in a certain way, I like to collect that because it's going to make eventually a movie. And he took me 2 hours. And then, oh, beautiful. We went from Guatemala all the way to Nicaragua. He had incredible equipment.
Wow.
You know, he was fantastic, everything.
Making a documentary.
We went to some nightclubs, and he immediately, we put lights and everything, and I was, well, smoking a lot of grass and drinking a lot of Flor de Caña, you know, so I was really high. But I made people laugh, and people bringing me drinks, and we had a big party, and he took it all. He said, Lou, one day you're gonna be in this movie, you know. He was so happy.
Yeah.
But we had to split, you know. It's nothing that couldn't last that long. It seems to be like life is made of moments.
It is.
And then it's impossible to maintain certain magic moments.
And if you try to grasp them and hold on to them, you lose them. And they become less precious. You know,
precisely.
Yeah, you have to move on and have more beautiful moments.
Oh yes, for sure. The best is yet to come. I will show you the Maya salute. It's the caracol. You go like this straight. You see?
Okay.
You see how it starts like the caracol, microscopically, and expands to eternity. This is the Maya salute. Yeah, some girls were taking the picture with their hands like that because that's. You, in Maya, I said, in la kech, it means I am you. And you said, I agree. In India, it's Namaste Om, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Namaste
value
Om.
your universal center, which we all are part of it.
Yes.
In other languages, in Maya, it's Mas Nakatin Ra. It's like I love you.
Mas Nakatin Ra.
Mas Nakatin Ra. It means like I love you. Like Shalom in like this. The Apaches are like, the Apache goes like this and he says, Dalso Hochoni. All is beautiful. He could be a monster coming to him and he goes, Dalso Hochoni. He never rejects it, never runs away. It's beautiful. Fuck, that takes quite a consciousness, you know, to dismiss danger, to dismiss death, to dismiss that, and accept it as beautiful. Fuck. I mean, it gets you high, you know. That's what I said it sometimes. And sometimes I meet North American Indians, and we did all these trips. I do a lot of different trips too, you know. I sleep outside. I just got here yesterday because I come here 2 weeks. I pick up a little bread like this now. All this I keep. And then I return to where I'm staying in El Remate. It's about 30 miles from here.
Yeah, we were.
I was giving, man, I have a connection that is such a mystery because I think there is energies right now that they want me there. And for some reason it's like you want to be doing something this year. And it was it is still a little cave that I'm working where there used to be burial. They took bones out of there. And now I fix it, I clean it, and that's my dwelling, man. Never in my life I settled down. I've been wandering steadily from 20 years old.
Wow.
40 years that I've never been moving. To Canada, all the way from the 60s, they wanted to send me to Vietnam, and I went to Canada, and from there, man, I did all Alaska, twice in the Arctic, the 10 provinces, the 2 territories in Newfoundland. I covered all Canada. I crisscrossed Canada in trains, in cars, hitchhiking many times. It was a steady goal, you know. So I'm all this is a training, it's a background, but at the same time, you gotta go through a lot of shit. You know, it's part of the price you pay.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times they arrest you for nothing, and the police brutality we experienced in those days is hateful to see that energy that hates you. You know, just because you wanna be free, you wanna be you. Like brother said here, you know, to search for the reality of who I am really, you know, and what I'm here for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And surrender.
Yeah.
Surrender.
Surrender.
Just give up. Stop holding on to this form. Just give up.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's a possibility that no matter how difficult, we're supposed to arrive at perfection eventually. But that takes eternity. To me, that's the purpose of eternity, is to achieve perfection. It's like we have the example here with the black hole, you know, millions of years, and what happens then? A diamond comes out of it. Millions and millions of years of a shit, stinky fucking shit, and yet liquid, and then materializes, and then keeps, for some reason, the atoms call each other, you know, and they build up brightness and purity and heart and light, because that's a manifestation of light buried inside there. So we are too, like we were born in a black, stinky, so like a swamp. But we got the potential to fucking get out of it, man, and then shine and bright and be
like
gems.
we're the atoms, we draw to each other, and we become brighter.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right now you're sharing, and for some reason you reacted to my reality, and I reacted to yours, and you immediately were already providing, because a lot of people, it's everything. A lot of people are doing more or less the same, but after a while, you know, they say, okay, thank you. You know, I said, that's okay. I never lose. In fact, it's better because whatever I don't get there, I get somewhere else. But with yourself, I can see something different. Yeah, this is the symbol of the sun. This is the circular sphere, which is the universal motion of the universe. And it's also because right now, actually, I study the Maya factor for 5 years.
Okay.
So I know a lot more about the Maya cosmovision. And they also worship the sun, you know, and they were so cosmic, they were so beautifully bright. There's a mystery how, you know.
Yeah.
These theorists, and I think they definitely had infusions from even extraterrestrials or whatever, you know, in order to develop that bright mind. And now I'm totally, of course, expectant and excited. I just came out of a crisis because every year I have my dip, every year, and this is December, January, or February, and it just happened in February, which I had a constriction here that I managed to get out, you know, like a, you know, colds and all this, and then I was sleeping in the cave. That's where I slept, and one day it was my fault, but it was also a lesson because I was invited to drink and I went overboard, and then I smoked grass that all mixed up, and I went to sleep. That night, bam! I got up, I thought it was an insect, a big hit, you know, but I searched, it was no insect, and it was swollen. Next day was more swollen, and 3 days was incredible. I couldn't open it, and painful. But I concentrated, I fasted, and I said, I know it's for a reason. And it's slowly, you know, right now I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's anything else gonna happen. This was good enough. But I said from now on, in that territory, no more liquor, no more tobacco, no more. And here is another world. I will never buy it, but if I am offered, I will share.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the world. I'm in the world right now, but I have to respect that world because.